Buona die, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Ragusa, in which is the Principality of Ragusa, to be exact, which is currently ran by the cancerous Grand Prince Tuone the Scholar, even though he's not looking good these days, because he refused to seek treatment for nearly 20 years now, because, he said, F it. I mean, he didn't say that in the last episode, but he was able to did what he had to do. He wrote the magnum opus. He accomplished everything there is to do in a Hermetic society. And originally we thought that the twin sister was going to rule early on, rule the part of the Republic of Ragusa, not the Principality. And I think I should change my mind. Because, yes, Nicoletta would be in the bolt running that place, but I see this second son here, who is born strong and later baptized, and he got brawny due to an event that happened when we were making armor. We hired an armor smith, and then this boy here was, helping her out, putting together these metallic pieces, everything, got him to be brawny. So the combination of strong and brawny, which they have very similar statistics. And I thought, you know what? A name like Stane doesn't sound like a strong Dalmatian name. So I'm going to rename it. And I know what name exactly. We haven't seen that in a while. Leonardus. Yeah, Leonardus is a strong Dalmatian name. Maybe he should be the designated heir, not Nicoletta. I'm sorry, because I think after whoever is after Leonardus, then it should be a woman. We guarantee it. We promised it, but instead we're just going to have to push this back a bit longer now. There it is. So yeah, Leonardus, my son, you'll be the heir to the Republic of Ragusa, but not the whole Principality, because it don't work that way. That's because of my choice, and I think playing as the world's strongest man may sound like a lot of fun. We'll build a family tomb here. Place my entire family to rest. It is 1337. I will pass soon, hopefully. The stars hold many secrets, but they are not indecipherable. Using the right instruments and frame of mind, I will uncover the destiny of Leonardus. Come what may, I prepare my tools and instruments for the long nights ahead. After spending many nights in analyzing moving stars, I've noticed Venus, way to its sun influencing my son Leonardus. I'm fairly certain that indicates he's destined for administrative tasks in a practical mind. This is not what I have in mind for him. No, no, no. Oh boy. Here we go again. Sick of being kind to everyone. Feel my wrath. I am Tuone. Hear me roar. And also Cyprus will feel my roar too. Suzerain of the Latin Empire. We can force vassalization on that. Interesting. We could force vassalize this entire place without taking over for Republic reasons. Or we can say, screw you, I would rather fight you and beat you up a few more times. But the claim will not be accepted. Plus they can't help. We're just gonna seize the city. a long way. Orthodox battling. About to say, do I read this right? Am I crazy? No, it ain't. So Scourge sees the city, as in county. No, idiot. Whoops. Really don't like saying that word, but I guess we're gonna take a city in Famagusta County. I thought it was whole county, but I think I misread. Anyways, it's been a while since we had a good long war. And my son, once he grows up to be an adult, he's going to be the world's strongest man. I've played many characters in the past, you know. There's a guard's hall. I've played characters who are the world's smartest, and I don't think I've ever played a character who is the most attractive. I mean, born with attractive trait and later got the groom trait. And earlier in the series we've had Andre, who was quick and shrewd, which in turn it can be viewed as genius. Yeah, we're putting them in a phone. Again, I make so much money and I often do these because it's simply for the heck of it. I'm not saying I have issues or I really want to dominate the Pope, it's just money's gotta go somewhere. Well, naturally, I'm gonna give you struggle. Man, oh man. You're gonna have good diplomacy and good martial. In the event that I die before he becomes a man, I'll let Nicoletta teach you. Thought Nicoletta was gonna be the one, until I changed my mind and decided to give it to Leonardus. Hey, you're an attractive one. Whoopsie daisies. I can make this work. Renowned physician. World's smartest man. Don't do it. race is there? That's gotta hurt. Sure, call this surrender soon. I just want to say it right now and spare the further humiliation. Gotcha. It'll just be ran by a lowly Dalmatian. Bring our balls home. Let's grow in order. Leonardus has been seen expressing a sense of organization whenever the opportunity has arisen. Not sure he goes hands on an abacus, but he carries around wherever he goes. I told you, this is not a path I chose for him. He's the world's strongest boy right now. He doesn't do that stuff. Haughty. Oh boy. Saint Vicara the Righteous. Many those who work for Lucifer, but they all faded in the presence of Saint Vicara, which said she ripped evil out of people, forcing them back in the right path of the glory of God. Known for the righteous nature. Veteran Crusader as well. And a holy warrior. Truly an inspiration. At least we reconciled. It was all a misunderstanding. Down. Nah, I'm fine. I'd like to perform some more scrying. How about some crushed eyeballs to form the pattern? Are they mines? They're just lines, are they? Yes, I see a forest, a vast forest. Damnation! This is clearly a bad omen. Should save your tech points of the comments of this. The realm never rests. Damn it, man. Never rest. Never ever. No, sir. Spot was my home. Congrats, nephew. Keep that male line alive. Because one day, a woman's gonna run the Republic. I'm not saying the whole Principality, because again, I'm gonna keep making that reference of confusing Republic and Principality. had cancer for 20 years, stopped having treatments, and once we get to 1344, and that's when it's the last time I took treatment, that's when I stopped. Because, you know, must be mad. Guard! Perfect timing. Now, about that extensive hospital complex, an extensive project of rebuilding to expand and rationalize the layout of the hospital. Now, Ragusa is home to the best hospital in the world. Now, we must not spend any more money because you've spared no expense. Now just sit there, do nothing, make all that money. Now, let the peasants suffer. Look, all of our counties are just, you know, they're all very prosperous. Who could stop us? That's the main question. Who can stop us? What can stop us? Are you going to stop Anna? No, because you're a kinswoman. You're not my daughter. Oh, to Jerusalem, eh? Well, there is still a Jerusalem, ran by a Castilian. Yeah, sure. We got nothing better to do. You know, Nicoletta, right? Well, I think we should give it to her. Yeah, my twin sister, she may be a little old, but, we'll do that. She can be a part of, a vassal of Jerusalem's. That little... Sure have a lot of ingredients. Yeah, you try that again. No longer stressed. Once again, prolonging my life. I'll be surprised if the cancer finally goes away without having the damn treatments. Like I must be the world's craziest and luckiest man alive. Oh, I should have made money. Wolf of them. How you doing, my strong boy? Doesn't look like you're going for a Pavel Marshal. When does it start? Oh, it's about to start very, very soon. Let me take a drink. Here we go again. We're off to Jerusalem. Oopsie daisies. There's food, everybody. Is there room for everyone? Yes. Pick a landing site. Acre or Jaffa? Or even Tars or Beirut? Jaffa. A lot of people opening trade routes lately. Very well. Cavados here. There's Nixa. Well, actually, Jive stays. And away we go. And we're all Crusaders now. It'll be just like Galicia, which was all for nothing. Well, Castile took it back. Abu Sultanate and the Lucian Christian Sultanate of Badajoz. Portugal, basically. Yeah, that's right, I'm leading troops in the front line with cancer. Oh, I refuse to seek treatment of it because I'm nuts. Are you contributing the most? No, not quite, but it's alright. I'm just sending Nicoletta away. She was to be the one to run the Republic, but no. Leonardus is going to be the world's strongest man. And after Leonardus, then a woman will definitely run Ragusa. An eye for an eye, yes, watch your words. Oh, incoming. Big army coming through. So, anybody good at defending or flanking? Rado is. Well, I like how we have two light infantry leaders, two women, and we got a guy he does both. Oh no, I wouldn't want a crew one. Nixa. Yeah, she may be a nun, but her bravery and patience will do. It's good for defense. Yeah, she'll do. And assisting us will be the Knights Templar, Knights of Sardinia, and Gemplin. Siege tactics. Why have I not thought of this before? And the cavalry arrives late. We don't need your help. We can take it from here. Just get your units out of this land. There's no room for all of us. Move up. We're contributing the most again. After that big battle. Welcome back, yeah, faithful sister. I have the most interesting sisters in the world, do I? Infiltrate the laboratory. Yeah, we'll bribe the guards. No, my faith certainly will. Focus on destruction and I'll search for items of value. Doubt you find any. I'll bury everyone. I'm a charitable guy. That's what I've been doing. Wow. 20 the Glorious. Did I get any artifacts? A sword and a nail of the true cross. I get excited for that. So, there's Nicoletta Bonda. She is now the Duchess. So there. At least she finally runs a country, but it would be on the outer Jordan. Sorry that you're never going to run the Republic, but at least you had a good, different fate. But now as we would come back home, and it looks like Leonardus, the world's strongest child, is going to be running the Republic soon. Yeah, we sure got him. And look at all that reward. Yeah, sure, here you go. What's wrong with him? Andre who? What is here? Yeah, go knock yourself out. There's been a merchant visiting Ragusa recently. At first seemed that odd trinkets and potions were simply the works of wandering herbalists. However, it appears that the man has swindled several of my subjects for money, using fearful tales of necessary rewards and rituals to reform. Lest demons will beset us all. Superstitious fools, this was just I warned them about. Yeah, swindler. Ah, Leonidas, Leonidas, Leonidas. Perfect. So I told you being a designated steward isn't for you. It's not for you. Made any friends or rivals? No. You just keep exercising. You're gonna be a real strong guy one day. Maybe perhaps that you should be in the round table, and I think we'll be the last character of this series. The last character of this series to have Now there's another Nixa woman. She's a duelist. She loves to fight. Oh, what the hell is... Hey, gads. Genoa. Genoa's responsible for this. And now these guys... How many trade posts do we have in their presence? Not much, right? Where in the whole wide world of sports is it? By the way, as a surrender, what trade posts are going to be destroyed? Raising one trade post. Okay, you got it. Oh yeah, I could have taken him on, but... No chance. Sorry. Ragusa prospered. For quite some time now, more and more miners have started mining for ore and breaking stone in the mountains of Ragusa. It's come to a point where there's a massive network of them, all organized into various interconnected guilds. For a hefty sum, we could bring these guilds into the employ of the crown. They shall serve me and the people of Ragusa. A mining network. The steel furnace at Yadera has ran its course. And I'm sure it's only a matter of time before the spices plantation is next. Here's to 20 years of not treating myself for my cancer. You nutty person. Oh boy. The guy with a fancy hat. But he's not from Vukovar, it's in Usara. Bishop Utman of Lazarza. Lazaza. Oof. Let me take care of the sabotage. Gotcha. Rivalry war. Sure got your issues. The King of Finland, Estonia, and Lapland. Germany! Christmas, that's a vassal of the Holy Roman Empire. I don't know why I have a tendency to say that a lot. Also, a coronation ceremony for this boy. Yeah, sure. I'll attend. Just this once. It surely is an impressive ceremony for an 11-year-old. All the way from Finland. My goodness, they gave him the crown. Can you believe it? I think there is time to hold another grand debate. So what do we got here for today? Yep, now I'm envious. Maybe I should stop doing that. Coordination ceremonies. It's no good if you're from the Republic. That's a 100% guaranteed to go get that envious trait. Speaking of envious people, burner at the stake. And I'm just. You deserve respect and justice, so we demand. Let the debate commence. These past few days, I felt an energy rising within me, urging to be used for creativity. I could build a new laboratory. Wait, no. I should prepare my notes for tomorrow. I mumbled, glancing at the stack of parchments. It occurs to me I should compose a letter to my dear Ragusa. Well, since I'm a poet, a small poem to illustrate my appreciation for her. I would not be who I am today, were it not for you. You are my sun and moon, my alpha and omega. At the end, I toss my papers around, and spending all night perfecting the letter. Word of an epidemic. We have received news of an epidemic in Tibet. The information is vague, but word is people are dying like flies, and the fear of disease is spreading as fast as the affliction itself. Furthermore, the condition is reported irreversible as well as incurable, and the scattered records of the events are worrisome. With no source of evil revealed, people are turning to their gods and on each other to protect themselves from the contagion. Many call it a new plague. We must prepare. So, Black Death has started in that area. Okay. That's far away. Oh, you're depressed, huh? Let me put you out of your misery for you. I'm such a bastard, and I'm the winner of the Grand Debate. Two-time winner of the Grand Debate champion. I'm told by the educators that my son Leonardus remains interested in administration. Turning my eyes upwards, I take a deep breath. Perhaps the influence of stars are unavoidable. Maybe that destiny, maybe that Leonardus' destiny is out of my control. All I could say is, I'm going to say this once, bullshit! I actually think the stars have something else for my son. I doubt the importance of this horoscope. Wait a minute, who the heck are you betrothed to? Okay, that's good. She's attractive. Strong man, an attractive girl. I'm calling him man because, man, he's a man. I do not recall accepting that betrothal, unless that's through a favor. But she is a courtier. Strong, attractive. I'm alright. I was hoping that I would get him betrothed to a strong woman, but attractive's fine too. Be a God-fearing Catholic. We can no longer be friends. Go to God, Vele. Oh, she died of terminal stage leprosy. Oh, man. Hate to see that happen to anyone. She is full of energy and will to get things done. Oh, yes. Life will reward her. Except when she becomes stressed. Matter of fact, let me brew you a potion. We have some gallbladder. There. In 2 years, you're going to be married to the world's strongest man. Oh dear. Wicked because he's cynical. Alright, Leonidas. I'm gonna make you diligent. There goes my cousin, who was from Greystock. There goes another old man. Ouch! Just popped my ankle. I did not know that he's treacherous. Even though he's having good time. Wait a minute, is that the... Oh my goodness! Well, you better watch out. It's coming. But remember, we have the best hospital in the world. I don't think the Black Death will get here. But the other counties, well, they're gonna have to suffer, unfortunately. Shit, yeah, Darrow's gonna get it. Oh my goodness. You would do that. You dirty, rotten... Someone's gotta take care of that. One thing's for certain. The world's gonna go to hell. Are you an artist, my boy? And he's homosexual. That infuriates me. Nothing against homosexuals, it's just, lowers fertility chances, and you're gonna be married to someone beautiful. The plague approaches. Mobs of new people are arriving in Zeta. Most of the newly arrived are the commoners fleeing the plague that has reached Lycaonios, just beyond the borders of our realm. Some have lost their whole families, some are trying to protect theirs, and a few are travelers or merchants that had an easier time moving. All of them seem to have witnessed indescribable horrors. Hardly any will talk about it at all. The ones that do talk warn the others of the coming plague and urge them to stay inside or pack their things and flee. Let the plague come. We'll see what happens. Woo! Look at that! Ragusa! Unaffected. Yet. Don't shut the gates just yet. I'm feeling lucky. Well, I'm gonna write a serial paper. Just a bit for the heck of it. As a way of passing the time. It's not affecting Spalza or Yadera either. Ah! It worked! See? The Republic of Ragusa has the best hospital in the world. Well, she may be crazy, but... Hey. Look who you're marrying. Well, soon, once it's summer. My brother, Pascalis, died of the dreaded plague. What happened to Nicoletta? Oh, she died too of the plague. I'm sorry. Could have ran the Republic, but chose Leonardus over you. Oh boy. The Sorgo family has so little, while the wealth of the other patricians grows ever larger. Surely this unfair distribution of wealth cannot be in the public's best interest. Would you consider transferring some outposts from another family on our capable hands? This is not a charity. People are dying. There's money to be made. What's the disease resistance exactly? %110 disease resistance. Well, actually, it's 90%. See? Plague is not going to come here. Told you, what are you people scared about? Let me guess, died of the plague. Now, Leonardus Bonda, the world's strongest man. Despite the fact he's a destined steward. But, no. He's alright. Though homosexual, but he'll have children. Beautiful, strong children. Should I really put all that money onto him? To continue running this republic? Excuse me, principality. My gut says yes, because we still have this ambition of taking Cyprus after the plague has passed, of course. Knowing that I'm not dead, so I must be lucky. Get it up to 10,000. He's going to get all the marbles. Woo! There you go. 10,000. That was my cup of water. Stressed, I still have cancer. Clearly not dead. But I live long enough to see my son grow up. He is going to run the Principality. And if he has any daughters, they're going to be running the Republic of Ragusa. Oh my goodness, you want to have sex with an amputee? Very kind of you. Screw it! I'm sure she didn't lose that leg while having a treatment from the plague. I think this is the first time of all the playthroughs I've done for Republic of Ragusa, we've never had a plague come to our counties, thanks to the high hospital level. Never had that before. What on earth is that? The blood of Alexander. Legends about Alexander the Great and his epic campaign across Asia are told throughout the known world. Countless young rulers have wasted their lives in their hopeless attempts to emulate the immortal achievements of this legendary figure. Having died young and fathering only one child, Alexander was unable to establish an imperial dynasty. Despite his many accomplishments, tragically dooming his empire to fall shortly after its creation, rulers of all creeds and nations claim to trace their ancestors to the fleeting line of Alexander, yet none have been able for such a prestige claim to be recognized by their peers and subjects. I don't know if I want to do that because, you know what? I need the treatment. I will be the first to succeed. I'll attempt to forge a claim. Do something! Alright, the only cure for my condition was a naked midnight run. During the next full moon, he forced me to undress and sprint through the wilderness. Do not stop till your legs give out under you, he yells after you. Expel the evil through your sweat. You've seen some what is that? The blood of Alexander. Honestly, I had that option turned off. But I don't know why it's back on, but it is. Middle East, ravaged by the plague. An ominous shadow looms over the regions of the Middle East as the plague has left little but tragedy in its wake. Reports are scarce upon hearing the tales of lone refugees walking the roads, often the sole survivor of a family. Many are torn as to why God would allow this to happen. It started through there. It really got over the place. Except India, for whatever reason. Persia, ravaged by the plague. The trade routes to the east have become less traveled, as reports of the plague spread into the Persian expanse have increased in frequency. Entire villages are gone from the world of the living, disregarding wealth and good harvest the earth was enjoying. The reality is stark as death continues to spread and despair pays its roads. While meanwhile in China, it's open and stable. And the Empress likes wealth, but hates Tibetan. Well, don't blame them. They didn't bring that disease. You people probably did. The Tomb of Alexander. Get rid of those bozos. The location of the hallowed grounds where the great conqueror was put to his final rest have been a contested topic for millennia. Many emperors of old claim to have visited the tomb of Alexander during their rise of power, yet its true location still eludes modern scholars. The recovery of my ancestors' sacred remains would surely strengthen my claim of his bloodline. Wasting time and resources in a quest that many have already failed to accomplish in the past might not be the wisest choice of action, especially given how far my expedition would have to travel to reach the most likely locations of the tomb. Oh, I'll use my learning. Establishing a valid claim would be a better investment of resources. Forging the ancestry. Historians agree that Alexander had a son, named after him, born of a Bactrian princess, yet the life of this child is shrouded by mystery. The empire he was supposed to inherit from his father had long been split amongst greedy warlords by the time Alexander's son became a man, making it impossible for him to succeed. Fearing the retaliation from the Daodachi, it is no surprise that Alexander's wife would flee from his army and hide the child from assassination attempts. It is not so far-fetched to think that their ancestors found refuge to Ragusa eventually and split into the Bonda. My scholars only need to find the right references in the ancient accounts of my dynasty to uncover this prestigious link. Man, we got the money. I will provide you with everything you need. By investing a large amount of resources, I will greatly increase my chances of success. What am I about to get into? Creating this bloodline for Leonardus to inherit. Asia Minor ravaged by the plague. The atmosphere at court has grown tense as word of a plague raging in Asia Minor has reached me. To further disturb the people, the story is circulating. Survivors speak of a cursed ship carrying living corpses to come to recruit for their captain of death. The myth has lent more credibility each time a coastal city succumbs to the epidemic. While meanwhile in Ragusa, it's just, well, business as usual. Yeah, the economy tanked a little, but it's alright. It's alright. Surely it's alright. Hey, son, you pregnant your wife yet? Apathetic. I'll brew you another potion. Here's some ginger root. Hope you feel better. Oh, it moved in a little. We may not be out of the woods yet, so be careful. Don't get too overconfident. Did it again. Absolute rule. Forging the ancestry. It took us countless sleepless nights spent reading the ancient tomes and pursuing forgotten scrolls, but we have finally achieved our goal. Under my lead, my group of scholars have been able to trace a lineage from the earliest known members of the Bonda dynasty. Really? Rusco? And the most plausible line of descent of the glorious conqueror himself. The only thing left now is to validate my claim in the eyes of peer subjects. Many envious upstarts will likely dismiss my findings, jealous of my illustrious ascendancy. I will need to make sure that their voices are drowned out in the celebration of this momentous discovery. Ka-freaking-boom. Send out every messenger, inform every crier. Even if it's plague-ridden towns, people are dying out there. And they would be known as like, hey, Tuoni the Glorious is descendant of Alexander the Great. This would definitely increase my chance of success. Regina's contracted syphilis. Oh, poor thing. Trying to be a nice guy these days. We're surrounded by the plague now. Boy, that's scary. That's scary to look at. Our home county surrounded by the plague. We were able to get away with it. Should invest the money in that. There goes my lover. Oh, what the heck. I was deeply absorbed in the writing an ode to a nightingale when I was approached and asked if I could recite some of my poems for the court. I had everyone gathered inside to ride out the storm that had hit Ragusa, so I had a fairly large audience. I wouldn't say a storm, but everybody came to Ragusa. Split and Zadar. Excuse me. Spalato and Yadera. The life of a saint is always good material for poetry. Remember Saint Andre, and to the lesser extent, Saint Kyros. So now I'm zealous. I was a veteran crusader, you know. How about that? As commerce in Ragusa grows, a number of Jewish merchants have requested permission to settle their families in one of the towns so they can manage their business more effectively. This would lead to increased tax revenues. The local religious authorities will disapprove. Oh yeah, invite them in. Ragusa now has a Jewish settlement. That's because, you know, everyone out there in the world is dead. And they come to Ragusa for business. Southern Europe, ravaged by the plague. Panic is rising as the plague reaps its victims across southern Europe. Peasants and nobles alike have gathered in the churches to pray for mercy from their god. Even as great Rome has become littered with corpses, many fear the taint sent by him as punishment of the people's sin. While meanwhile, here in Ragusa, we're like, really? So, I hear all these people are dying out here. Here, it's paradise. Hell, you should send messengers to all, let's just say it could be a modern medieval equivalent of sending postcards. Come to Ragusa, the pearl of the Adriatic. It's a beautiful city. But watch out for Thieves Guild. We're trying to get rid of that still. Yeah, tourist destination, Ragusa. It's also known as Dubrovnik today. I'm sure in real life, in my later age, I'll probably visit that area. One day. The heir of Alexander. After years of study, research, and investment, I have finally achieved my goal and eternally bound my dynasty's name to one of the greatest conquerors of known history. Long after I'm gone, people will look at my descendants in awe and tremble at the very thought of meeting them on the field of battle. Within our veins flows the same strength that subjugated Egypt, the same genius that cracked Babylon, the same ambition that led one man to travel from the heart of civilization to the edge of the world. Eternal glory awaits us. Look at that. Look at that. The immortal blood of Alexander. Thanks to the efforts of Prince Ptolemy II, the Bonda dynasty has been universally acknowledged as being directly descended from Alexander the Great. Man, oh man. Can use invasion once per lifetime. You mean, for example, if we were to invade, say, Holy Roman Empire? Oh yes, you can invade without restriction, if you got the prestige. Wait for Leonardus to take over, and then maybe we'll invade somewhere. To expand our trade enterprise. One would think. Matter of fact, is it even possible to... You can invade anywhere. Anywhere in the world. And it's once per lifetime. Well, it's not going to happen under the reign of Ptolemy, but Leonardus will do. If he can get a child. So, Nixa, Ptolemy, Leonardus and Giuliano. Now we gotta care about this male line now. While meanwhile the plague continues. Which the end will soon be in sight. Love to hear him sing. Once the whole plague blows over, then looks like we may consider an invasion. Leonardus will start conquests. Yeah, the butchery and fishery in Ragusa couldn't last. And we break off the love affair because she has syphilis. See, the plague is the plague is in Yadera. But do not underestimate. If somehow, someway the plague got into Ragusa itself, we're gonna have to shut the gates. Western Europe ravaged by the plague. From the Rock of Gibraltar to the ports of London, the plague has been spreading, harvesting the lives of nobles and farmers alike. The countryside of the afflicted areas have been left haunting and desolate. Here and there, fires and burning disease can be seen from miles away. Apparently that's just the foundation of the bloodline of Alexander, due to having a high amount of prestige and whatnot, rather than child of destiny. I understand now. I was just overreacting. It's in Spalato. Oh my goodness, it's gonna come to Ragusa. Maybe. Yeah. Tell me the operation, gods. Be brave. Don't be a puss. Just watch this counting, alright? It's in Ragusa! Shut the gates! Oh my god, we held it off as long as we could. The Pale Rider has brought the Black Death to this country. Just when I said this is a tourist destination. Clearly, not anymore. Oh, you're apathetic again? What's the matter with you? Have some cloven hooves. This is terrible. Died of the plague. Son of the beeswax. Oh, Yadera now has a minor depopulation. Well, looks like the stock market's gonna crash because of the plague in Ragusa, and among other things. We'll still make money off of trade routes, but this is not what I had imagined. It seems what we've learned is no matter how high your hospital level is going to be, the plague will get you, no matter what. I just want to select this. Okay, you know what? I can't take it anymore. I gotta commit suicide. I'm gonna jump off and get into plague-ridden corpses out there. I indulged in one last look surrounding the landscape before I climbed the railing. It was a beautiful sight, yet I would not miss it. A deep breath, then I fell, free as a bird. Tony couldn't take it anymore. He committed suicide. Known as an inspired and insightful poet, Tuoni delighted many in the score of his moving verses. And now, Grand Prince Leonardus. Having mastered many skills, he is sure to be admired by his subjects. Long live Grand Prince Leonardus! Oh, if only if we'd done that on July 4th, then you get my meaning. So now he has the mortal blood of Alexander. Thanks to Tuoni. Of course, we gotta change that hair. This is not what I had in mind. Trying to think what's the right style for him. I mean, I do imagine a balding man. We'll have 5 o'clock shadow. Or better yet, what if he looked like, oh, I don't know. Let me think. Let me see. Yeah, this is the look we're looking for. If his eyes looked a little more mad, you know what he would have looked like? He would have looked like the axe murderer. So yeah, this is the guy, what he looks like. The world's strongest Dalmatian. World's strongest man. But right now there are many things to be worried about. And lastly, I believe, well, family first. We'll get to war later. He will be the last character for this series to join the round table. Any bounties? Well, we have to wait for the plague to blow over, then we could do something else. But in time, we'll build up on the glory. Despite the fact that Leonardus is a kind man, but honestly he shouldn't. He's supposed to be a big, mean type of guy. Northern Europe ravaged by the plague. Not even the most remote regions of the world are safe. A plague has struck northern Europe. The streets of many cities lay deserted as their inhabitants fled in fear. Despite the heavy quarantine in the harbors, a ghost ship eerily drifts across the Baltic Sea. I've been wondering, the economy. I mean, yeah, there's plague-ravaged areas. Hasn't affected Poland, which seems true to life. And for some reason, it never affected India. Are you sure? Prosperity continues, so India, in its many rajas and its kingdoms, then they're doing very well. Once the plague is over, we'll figure out what to do with the invasion constantly. Africa ravaged by the plague. Death is haunting the continent of Africa as plague is spreading among its inhabitants. Blackened bodies lay rotten in the sun and the stench is unbearable. Many fled to larger settlements, but the epidemic falls with the bodies floating down the Nile and the Niger. Oh man, oh man. What is that? Tannery. Gemstone mine. Silver mine. Okay. Regina. Born normal. Okay. I'll take that name. Well, meanwhile, plague ravages like all hell. What do you mean you go to church? We have our own chapel here in this place. And the scholars come. Another world's smartest man. While meanwhile, you're meeting the world's strongest man who looks like an axe murderer. All the way from plague-ravaged Africa. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, she's got the plague because she's not in seclusion. Watch. Watch. Look. Told you. You shouldn't marry that girl. Africa's ravaged by the plague too. No exceptions. Significant depopulation in the Adera. Oh dear. Life in seclusion isn't so bad. After finishing a hearty breakfast, which I'm sure was fish, I belched contentedly and remarked upon my foresight ensuring Ragusa's larders were well stocked. However, as soon as words leave my lips, I noticed the sudden panicked look on the servant's face. My grand prince, you just ate the very last pickled board heads. And almost all our food stocks are near exhaustion. Furthermore, my servant continues to drone on until we got to listen. No more pickled boar's heads. This isn't good. We haven't seen this type of disease since the days of Roscoe. Oh no. I'm about to be craven. Which means these people wouldn't accept, a craven man. I'm not saying they're going to kick me out, it's just, they're just going to be like, hey, what are you doing, you big coward? Oh my god. I searched for Ragusa from top to bottom and come to realize there really are no more Pickles Boar's heads. Not only that, but all the other food stocks are nearing exhaustion. My servant should have really mentioned that. Tough time ahead of all of us. Regina, wife of my cousin Marco. Great Cox. You know what? You overstayed your welcome. Get the out of here. And the rats have managed to find my meager remaining food supplies. Have eaten as much of what it remained. Well, we gotta start eating these rats because we're gonna catch them. Yum! Everything is going to hell in a handbasket. Family first. Died of the flu, not the plague. Just the flu. It's not a combination of both. So you're the heir, huh? Get out of here. Go run that place. Mother. Let me guess, that was the treatment to cure your plague. Just being morbid. Look! The papyrus. It's an Italian. From the Principality of Ragusa. Yeah, the plague may be gone for most of the region, but not here. New great house has risen to the forefront in Ragusan politics under Patrician Junius of Coltrugilio. Coltrugilio. You look like Tuani Udina. The Sorgel family's extinct. The male line. Here goes Regina. What did I tell you? Eastern Europe ravaged by the plague. Death comes to all. And in Eastern Europe, the terror is becoming mundane. The plague has been ravishing the lands, unbiased regarding social status of men, indifferently claiming even babies from the arms of their parents. Charles Taylor, currently discouraged. Now it's even the steppes are getting it too. While India is doing alright. Those lucky, mostly Hindu and Buddhists and Jains, they sure know how to live. We don't, apparently. And now Ragusa suffered a minor depopulation. Hey, cats! Get them out of here. So now you have 100 years of gameplay left. See if we can keep that up. I don't know if we should do 100 more years or we want to keep going. But hey, can we expand Ragusa to wherever the hell we want? Sure, but first, the peasants of my realm are becoming convinced that the Jews are behind a recent epidemic. Not the Jews. No. But I'm under increasing pressure to condemn some of the Jews to protect from others to protect them. Look, something must be done, alright? My court chaplain that I just brought. Get out of here. Hope you get the plague too. My food supplies are exhausted. While I'm able to scavenge enough food to survive a while longer, staying in Ragusa is not clearly a long-term solution. It's no picnic out there. Oh man. To the Grand Prince Leonidas, from Pope Callistus II. I heard of the trouble in the Principality of Ragusa, and I must ask you that you ensure the safety of the Jews. They are not to blame for the epidemics. That's what I've been telling them. We have a Jewish settlement in Ragusa. They're doing good business. Now, not related to the plague, but my aunt is dead. Pope Countess has made it clear it does not want the Jews to be blamed for these diseases. But not everyone's listening. You decide what to do. Listen. The Jews are not to blame. If you think it that way, then... Well, you're about to lose Clara too. Watch. Whoopsie daisies. Stand by. Wow, you married a really, really imbecile woman. I was about to say dumb, but no. Too strong of a word. But remember, I'm strong, I'm brawny, I can survive starvation. My cousin. No, it's wrong. I'll be tempered. There are rumors that a pogrom's going to take place in Migat, despite my decree that Jews are not to blame for the epidemic. Send troops to stop them. Stop this nonsense. I'll have to put you down if you have to. If I have to. Oh man, look at our economy. We don't make that much money like we used to. Oh, my mother died a natural death. Spalatho has lost its prosperity too. Mark? Oh man. She lives, but she's depressed. Hell, I'm feeling depressed just watching these people in my family die left. Open the gates! It's gone. Quickly. And search the domain for resources. We need to find some good stuff out here. We never had a court physician at all after all this time. This entire crisis. No freaking wonder. No. Nale. You drunk? Yes, sir. Oh boy! There. Yeah, I told him to get out of here, but he had smallpox and he got murdered by this Hungarian sheik. Somebody had to put him out of his misery. What did I tell you? She didn't know better. I'm glad this natural disaster is over. Oh, what do you mean natural disaster? It's epidemic. It's nothing to do with the weather. So, how you feeling? I know you're starving, but we hope to have more children, huh? Otherwise, Regina could be the next person to run the Republic of Ragusa. Oh, my wife died of poor health. She starved to death. Didn't have time to feed her. Say, any strong Dalmatian women around? Any women who are not married that are strong? I don't know why I did a little Russian there. Or at least attractive? Or smart? No? There's one, but she's old. Let me see. Someone with good traits, regardless of culture. Oh, you'll be fine. Just come here. You're lustful. You'll beat the depression. Just come to court and we get married. Here, sword is yours. I'm not using that soon. So, let's get married. And get that prestige up. As we would watch the last of the Black Death expire. Count Kosman of Belgrade. Mare, Hungarian. Second place. And the winner is Karlo Kobelic, Croat. You know, have I taken part of that tournament? And if I wasn't so much of a coward, thanks to the plague, then maybe, just maybe. Okay, we will stop now. Good timing. So yeah, that's the last of the Black Death in Europe. So our economy will recover eventually. We made it back to normal population levels, but minor depopulation for both Yadera and Spalato, which in the next episode we'll get this man to be brave, and we'll set out on, well, we'll think of wherever we should invade. We'll think about it. Oh, and of course the Cypriot situation. County became independent, but the city is still ours. Might have been an iconoclast uprising that I wasn't aware of. So, Ragusa will once again see its glory days. The glory days will be coming, and it'll come pretty sooner than you think. Really think about it. As Leonidas, the world's strongest man, although unfortunately a coward, but we need to train him to be, train him to be brave. Train him to what to use his muscles are for. Train him to be like a monster inside him that we never knew of. Well, we hope to see you next time on the Republic of Ragusa series. Well, rather, Principality of Ragusa. So until then, so long for now.